welcome back to the life of T and M. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another one of my videos. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and I make videos all about nursing. So in today's video, this is a welcome to 2023, welcome back to my channel, and a little bit of a motivational video because before I just jump back into all these videos that I do have planned for at least the next couple months, I just wanted to give a recap of how I got where I'm at now. This may be your first time watching. You may already be a subscriber, or maybe you've watched one or two of my videos. So if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the journey. So it's been about 6 months since I last posted a video, and that previous video I'll link right up here. That is when we got our dog. So I have not posted. I've been in full-blown dog mom mode. Then the holidays came and we hosted all the holidays at our house. It was so much fun. And honestly, I kind of just put social media behind me. As you guys saw in a previous video, I did get a new job in June. And so, you know, that new transition of getting a new job has just been a lot. But 2023, I'm back. I have my calendar planned out with all my videos. A lot of them that you guys have been requesting in my comments, I've been keeping track of them. And also those that are DMing me or emailing me, thank you for the ideas and just your questions. So this year, I really want to focus nursing content-wise on public health nursing and hospice nursing. You guys have seen a wide range of nursing videos in those two fields, as well as I've done some reviews on the MSN program I was in. I've done some videos on interviewing tips and tricks, and then of course, my personal life. So my videos are in playlists. I have one for vacation vlogs, and then I have one for nursing, but I'm gonna further separate those into PHN and hospice. So if you're a subscriber and you like watching maybe my vlogs or my hospice or my PHN, you can just go right to those playlists and watch all those videos. Now this channel is the life of T and M, right? So it is vlogs all about my life, but I think this year I really want to focus on nursing content because that is where I'm getting the most views and the most questions, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make videos to help educate you guys, to give you my experience, my first thoughts, and so that we can all share our expertise in the comment section. So those are my big plans for 2023. If those of you who are waiting for new content and new videos and more often, I know I've said this before, but I am coming back and I'm planned out this year. So let's get started on my journey of how I've got where I'm at right now. Currently, I am an RN. I have my PHN license in California. That's a public health nurse. And I also have my Master's of Science in Nursing in Nursing Education. But I started from the ground. So y'all may have seen maybe one of my videos, all of my videos, one here and there, and you don't really know my background, where I came from. I never really talked about it. It's just as I was going through my new roles, I would be like, ooh, I think someone should know about this or someone can learn from this. Let me make a video real quick and post it. So there was no real chronological timeline. It was just as I was going through life, I would bring up my camera and start recording. So I'm gonna bring you through my journey because everyone comes from different backgrounds, and how they get to an RN is not all one way. So I just wanna bring you through my journey from the very beginning of where I started and how I got here. So in 2009, I know this will probably show my age, I graduated from high school and I knew that I wanted to be an RN. Little backstory, my dad got really sick in about 2005. He was in the ICU. He almost didn't make it, and I was in 8th grade. I was super young and we were there almost every single day. And the nurses were amazing, the way they took care of him. I saw him from going in near death to coming out and making a full recovery. In 8th grade, I was like, that's what I wanna do. I wanna make a difference, not only in the patient's life, but in the family's life as well. So my senior year of high school, I got into this program. It's called ROP, and I would go there, I believe it was like my first or second period, and it would just teach you all the basics of healthcare. It was supposed to prep you to go into the medical field, whether that was gonna be in nursing, to become a doctor, maybe an EMT, just anything. So I learned a lot of information that first year. And after that first year, that really solidified that when I graduated, I wanted to still become a nurse. So right after I graduated in 2009, I enrolled in a community college. Now, no one close to me, anyone that I can get advice from, had ever gone the nursing route. And so I really had to figure this out on my own, and I didn't really know what I was doing. And so I went to go talk to a counselor in my senior year, and they were like, the best thing you can do is go to a community college, get your 2 years of general ed, figure out what you want to do, and then you could transfer to university. One, I can make a whole video on this because that's not the way I should have went, but I had nobody else to guide me, so I just did it. So I enrolled in the community college. I went to go speak to an academic advisor and told them that I was interested in nursing. They had an associate's degree nursing program there at the school, and so they gave me this piece of paper and they said, take all these prereqs. If you follow this, when you get done, you'll be able to apply for the nursing program here. So I said, great. I honestly don't even remember how many units I took, but I finished in about 1.5 years. So then I applied to the program, and I didn't get in for that semester. They took applications 2 times a year. It was for fall and for spring, and I didn't get in. And I was very bummed because I thought, man, I had all A's, but I had 1 B, I believe, in chemistry. And it was so competitive at that time. And so then I started looking at, okay, what else can I do? So I started looking at community colleges and different universities throughout California. I didn't care where I was gonna go. But then as you start looking at their requirements for admission into their program, maybe school A was like, no, you need to take this nutrition class. And then University B was like, no, you need to have this class in sociology. You have a wrong one. So then I started going online and taking all these courses to make sure I met requirements for all these different nursing programs so that I can apply. So I did that in about 1 semester. I had to take probably 4 extra classes. And for that spring, I applied to over 10 nursing schools. I got all my transcripts together. I got all my courses together, and I would just apply because it was so competitive at that time, and it's so crazy now, so many years later, it's still the same. So I applied to over 10, and that semester I got all my letters back, did not get into 1 single nursing school. 2 of them, they said that I would be on a wait list, and I never got in. So me being the antsy person that I was like, well, if I don't get in the spring, then I need to do something in the medical field. So I found a program close to me. It was only about 3 months, and I went and got my EMT license. So I became certified as an EMT, and that was great because that really helped me learn even more about the medical field. I applied for 1 more semester to even more schools, never got in. So I was feeling defeated because I really wanted to become a nurse. I felt like, okay, maybe this isn't for me. And I said, well, let me start looking around. And so I started looking at nursing schools, and I came across LVN. In California, that's a licensed vocational nurse. In other states, they call it a LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse. And I started doing research, and it says, well, if you become an LVN, there are bridge programs where you can go LVN to RN. And I'm like, well, I gotta do whatever I can do. I can't wait around here and keep applying to all these schools to get into an RN straight program. In 2012, I applied to a private LVN school, and I gave them all my prereqs. I had to do an ATITs test and score a certain level on that, and I was accepted. It was a little far away from me, so I did have to move to another city, and I didn't care at that point. And my parents were so supportive, and they were like, go chase your dream, do what you gotta do. So I moved, and that program was 13 months. It was accelerated full-time, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. I did not care. Like I said, I had supportive parents, and they really helped me get through school. And so I did that for 13 months. I graduated as an LVN in 2013. So then the next hurdle was trying to find an LVN to RN bridge programs. And so if you know, if you're going to nursing school, some of your prereqs start to expire after so many years. So I was really like looking for RN schools because I didn't want any of my prereqs to expire. I'd worked so hard. And so I started looking for bridge programs. But while I was looking, I said, I know I need to get experience because some RN programs, they're a point system. So if you've worked in the medical field or you have certain certificates, you get bumped up. So I got hired for the prison systems and was going up and down throughout the state doing occupational health. So with any job, you gain experience, you learn what you like, what you don't like, and you take little tidbits with you as you move on throughout your career. So after that job, I got really tired of traveling because I would be at a prison for a week to 2 weeks staying at a hotel, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this. So then I got a job at a drug treatment facility, and I really enjoyed that. So I worked there while I was applying. Then finally in 2015, yes, it took about a year and a half, found a program. It was local. I applied and thankfully was accepted into the school. So this program was a bridge program. It was LVN to RN, and it was for the working individual, which was great because I was still working as an LVN. So I only went to class one night a week. It was 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I believe. And then your clinicals were whenever they scheduled them, and you would do your work throughout the week, but you would meet one day a week for theory, which worked perfect for me. So I was working full-time as an LVN while going to school for my RN. Now let me tell you, the RN program was hard, but I feel like it wasn't as hard because I had my EMT and LVN experience and training and schooling. So it was tough, don't get me wrong, but I think it definitely helped. Not saying that you need to have any of that experience before going into an RN program, but that was my journey. So that program was about 2 years. I graduated in 2017, and it was the LVN to RN, plus you get your BSN when you graduate. So in 2017, I got my RN and my BSN. Now in the state of California, one of the requirements to get your PHN or Public Health Nursing Certificate is you have to have your bachelor's degree and a bunch of other requirements. I will link a video of how I talk about how you can get your PHN license here in California. So I graduated in August of 2017, and I took my boards in October, and I passed the first time. If you want a video on that, I can make a video. But so there you are, October, I graduated, had my RN, my BSN, and I thought I was done. After all that schooling, all my trials and tribulations, I had finally become an RN with my bachelor's, and I thought I was done. I was happy. That was the rest of my journey. So then I get a job, I start working as an RN, and then I get that little itch again that's like, you can learn more. There's more to learn out there. You don't know everything. So then I applied for a MSN program, which is Walden University, and I've done a review on that. If you haven't seen it, please check out my playlist, and I'll also link the video down in my description. But I applied for it. They said if you do it full time, which means you take 2 classes at once, you'll be done in a year and a half. And I was like, sign me up. So I was still working full-time as an RN PHN and enrolled in the master's program. I applied and started in March of 2018, and I graduated in November of 2019. So about a year and a half, I worked my butt off. I studied and was working full-time and got my master's. I got my master's in nursing education because I feel like I want to teach. I did teach for an LVN class before. It was just a lot of work with working full-time and having a part-time job, especially teaching. Hats off to all the teachers because it is a lot of work. But I feel like maybe when I get older, when I start having kids, I definitely would like to teach. And in order to teach here in California, a nursing school, you have to have your master's in nursing education specifically. So that's why I did it. Of course, I could have got it in public health, nursing administration. I could have got my FNP or just nurse practitioner license. But for me, I felt like that was the way that I wanted to go based on what I want to do in the future. Second, I love educating, and so obviously this is one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel, because I want to help educate future nurses or nurses now that are in the field that need some help. And so that was really my passion, is why I went for it. So I've had various jobs up to where I'm at now, and I'm super grateful for my journey here. It makes me appreciate it even more, and I hope it gives some inspiration to those out there who maybe are starting from the very bottom, where they feel like they've gotten rejected so many times that they'll never get where they're at. But when I'm out in the world and people ask me like, oh wow, you have your master's, how'd you get there? And I tell them I started as an EMT and I was denied so many schools, but I still made it. You can do it, so don't give up. So with all that being said, I've been in the medical field for 11 years. I was an LVN for 4, and I have been an RN for 5.5 years. So I'm super excited for this year because I have so much more that I want to share with you guys. I learn something new every day in the nursing field. I work in 2 totally separate nursing fields, but I love it because it makes me more of a well-rounded nurse. And in one job, I am an admission nurse. I have no supervisory position or title there, and in my other job I am a supervisor. So I just want to thank you all for watching. If you stayed all the way to the end to hear about my story and where I came from, thank you so much. If you have any questions, you need any help, if I can help you, of course I will. Comment down below. You can DM me, direct message me on Instagram. I'll put my handle right here. But don't give up on your journey. If you are a nurse already and you don't like where you're at, as you guys have seen in my previous videos, try something else. Does not not have to be hospice, does not have to be public health nursing. You can do so many different things. So I'm super excited for 2023 and all that is to come. I hope you all had a great 2022 and a happy new year. And I hope you guys all have a great 2023, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.